This is Rao Talk.
We can get right into John Wick because
Yeah.
I ended up watching all three over the last few
Okay.
days.
Oh,
Have you seen all three?
multiple times.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Wow.
I love John Wick, man. It's awesome.
All right. So this is okay. Let me just explain how I got into John Wick. So I was working near Ottawa, and I was actually driving to Ottawa with uh, with someone, and we were going to I think we were going to a stand-up comedy show, and this guy who was in the car with me said, have you seen John Wick? And I'd never heard about it, so I asked him, what's it about? And basically he said, well, someone kills his dog, and then he gets really upset, and then he ends up killing a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, that sounds pretty cool. But once he said that Keanu Reeves was in the movie, I was in. I wanted to see it.
Okay.
And a couple of years ago, I ended up watching it on Netflix, and man, I love it too. I just saw it for the fourth time a few days ago.
Oh, I watched like 3 times now, all 3 parts. It's crazy. Like I didn't even knew Keanu Reeves. Like I watched Matrix, I watched Rush before, but uh, I didn't knew it was Keanu Reeves. So I was just browsing in first part. So I watched. I was like amazed. How the hell did they made a movie like this? How the killings in that were insane. How could
Oh,
someone kill with a pencil?
yeah. And they end
Yeah,
up showing you in
in the second part.
chapter
Yeah,
2 and chapter 3. Yeah.
yeah. So that's how I got to know about John Wick. Then I got interested in. Watched the second part, and the third part came in 2019 when I was in London.
Yeah.
So I watched it in London. I was lucky enough to watch it in theater. The other 2 parts I watched it on a laptop, but
Yeah. I remember seeing chapter 3 in theaters. We were both studying at the time,
yeah,
and it came out in the summer.
it was the first semester. Yeah,
And but going back to the first one, I really like it because the story is really simple. And I was talking to someone, and they were telling me they didn't like it because there was no plot. And I said, well, I mean, the plot is really simple. You know,
yeah,
somebody kills his dog. It was a gift from his dead wife, and they took his car. And then the rest of the movie is just revenge.
yeah.
So I appreciate it because I like watching the fight choreography.
True. Because it was directed by a stuntman.
Two of them, yeah, co-directed, I believe, by Chad Stahelski
Yeah,
and David Leitch, I think.
yeah, I guess so. So obviously there will be a lot of stunts involved.
Well, one of the reasons I liked it is because normally in action movies that I've seen these days, or even going back for years, the action scenes are always cut together really quickly. So the cuts change, so you don't actually see too
Yeah,
much of the the stunts actually happening. But in this one, it feels like there's longer periods without a cut, so that
yeah.
you can actually see someone
The
rolling or
the
yeah.
emphasis on the details.
Yeah.
They worked very well on the details, like how he reloads different guns. If it has, I don't remember the gun names, but for each different gun, John Wick actually reloads it in different way so that it doesn't affect him. And
Oh, okay.
I guess in second part, I guess he takes someone's gun who's fallen down, and he has to modify his reloading style because that gun uh, shoots back, like recoils.
Right, you're talking about it's close to the beginning when when he escapes from the library and he's in
I guess.
some
Yeah,
bit like gun shop or something.
yeah. That's the second one. In the second part also there is some scene like this, but in the what you're saying about is the third part when he assembles a gun based on the bullet size. It doesn't fit into the barrel, so he has to change.
Oh
It's
yeah, that's
something.
what I was thinking of. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you both. They are amazing, man.
Which part are you talking about in chapter two? I don't remember.
I read about that part where he reloads differently in a review. So I don't remember exactly which scene it came in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they do spend a I don't know what to say. Like it shows you reloading, which you would think is taking a bit long, considering just based on how action movies are usually shown. Like basically, what I'm trying to say is the act of reloading in the John Wick movies feels longer than other movies, but
Yeah,
I don't have uh, much experience shooting guns or reloading and whatnot, so that's just what I see as a viewer without any experience. But with that being said, I think it's still cool to see it because I know that uh, people who do have experience can attest to whether it's actual skill that goes into doing that. You know what I mean?
yeah. And one more thing with John Wick, like which I like the most about is the characters doesn't speak unless they have to be spoken. The dialogues in that is a very minimum. They speak only when they have to speak, not like the
Are
any other
you
movie.
saying generally or specifically with John Wick, the character?
Generally, any
Yeah,
character in John Wick.
right. Yeah, I agree. The dialogue is very tight. It's like, yeah, it's exactly what you say. Whatever is spoken is necessary to move the story forward.
Yeah,
Hmm. And the one thing I do, the one thing I do like is that the world that's built throughout the three movies is obviously it's a world of assassins and killers, but there's some sort of structure to it and there are rules to it, so it feels formal, which just from watching is cool because you remember rules that you know are gonna come into play to move the story forward. So you're not surprised by some random thing that happens. So, for example, they introduce markers in chapter two. So, you know, if someone has a marker, it means uh, they did something for you and you owe them a debt and you have to repay them. It's a very simple rule and it's a great plot device in both chapter two and chapter three.
yeah. The markers is good. They are bound to obey who the marker has, and it's good, good or good. It depends on the person who is asking the favor, right?
Yeah.
If like, what is the character's name in the second part?
That dude,
Uh,
the D'Antonio.
yeah, D'Antonio. He asks a weird favor of John Wick.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? Like, kill my sister for me. What?
Yeah,
But yeah, the rules are great. The markers, then you have the gold coins as currencies, and that gets you into the wherever you want to go. You know,
yeah. Any job, one coin. It's simple. You don't have to calculate much.
yeah, and yeah, the coins get you. I guess it get you everything because you call the cleanup crew after you know a fight or whatever, and you want to remove dead bodies from your house. That
Yeah,
happens in the first movie. Then you go to the Continental. You just yeah, I can't think of all the exact examples, but it's so
gun,
prevalent in the
suits.
series. Yeah, yeah, and it's true. Uh, it looks like it's a global currency too. You know, he goes to Europe. I don't know. I don't know if he was in Italy or where he was. Rome. He was in Rome
Rome,
in the second one.
second part.
So coins are there. Then in Morocco, the same coins. I presume they're the same coins are there.
Yeah, in Morocco they make those coins. They mint those coins, right?
Yeah, and then the high table coins are black. It looked like so that was interesting. So yeah, I'm curious about whenever chapter 4 comes out, how that's going to come into play.
Hopefully this year. He is against everyone now. And Continental isn't going to support him.
Well, we don't know that because the way chapter 3 ends, it it's shown as the Continental betraying John Wick, but
Yeah,
we already know that the head of the New York one, Winston, he's not very fond of the high table. So it could be a ploy to stay in the good graces of the high table and also start, the revolution, for lack of a better word.
maybe. We have to wait and watch.
Yeah.
But there are less allies for John Wick now. That's what I believe.
Oh yeah. Okay. I don't know. I think I have the opposite view of it. I feel like he has more allies now because in the third one, the high table, they punished uh what is it, Lawrence Fishburne's character, the Bowery King,
Yeah,
and uh
the woman in
in
the ballet.
yeah, the woman in the theater,
Yeah,
and also the Continentals. So my guess is they're gonna come together and do something. So in that way, I feel like he has more allies, but who knows?
wait and watch for fourth part.
Yeah, I read online they're going to start shooting it this year in June, so next month, and I think it's going to be released next year. That's what I read.
That will be good. At least we can watch in theaters by then.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't want to watch that movie on the screen, TV screen or laptop.
Hmm. Yeah, when I watched it this time, I was watching it on a 32-inch TV, but with headphones.
Okay.
So it's weird. It's like watching it on a big laptop.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, man, it's just great. I don't know what to say.
Uh, what's more interesting in John Wick? Even the dog he picks up in the end of the last part, like the detail where they show like it's going to be like death sentence for dog. Uh they're going to keep into death. So he takes up that dog rather than any other dog in the shelter. If you have
Oh
noticed.
no, I didn't pick that up. That dog was marked for death.
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay, I just thought it was a kennel. They just kept it there
No, no,
overnight.
it was marked to death, and he picks up that dog, not any other dog.
Oh, that's interesting because yeah, that's a cool element to the story because that's
Yeah,
exactly what happens to him, right?
yeah. Maybe that's the reason he's so loyal to him. He doesn't. He just stays where he wants him to stay.
Yeah, and what's funny? What I thought was funny is in the third one, at the end of the movie, he fights. I don't remember his name, but the Asian dude who loves John Wick.
Yes.
He fights him, and the funny thing is that guy is a cat guy, and John Wick is a dog guy because you can see his cat when the high table lady comes to his shop like his booth, right?
Yeah.
So that's funny because there's a parallel there because cats versus dogs, and then John Wick versus that guy, and then at the same time when he's in Morocco with with Halle Berry,
Oh, those two dogs are like fearsome. No, no one would expect like dogs could kill someone so fiercely
the funny thing was they started a fight
because he shot
because
the
the one dude shot her dog, right? So it's and then
and
right,
John Wick says don't.
yeah, he says don't, and then okay, so he says don't. They go through the whole fight sequence, and then I think she says something like, "He shot my dog," and he's like, "I get it." That was the funniest thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's very
Sorry, she's very what?
intelligent. She puts a body armor and guns in
Yeah,
the
inside the dog, between the dog and the
yeah.
vest. Yeah.
It's a good one. I thought the dog was dead and John Wick's going to shoot again, but it, I didn't expect her to start the fight.
Mm. No, I saw it coming. I mean, basically, in the movie, you shoot a dog, you're gonna die. That's just how it is.
Yeah, based on this, there are many memes. Thanos comes and they say, "Okay, where's my Mind Stone?" Then Captain America points to Johnny's dog. "Okay, that dog has the Mind Stone." And then he kills the dog and takes the Mind Stone. Then Johnny comes, "Where's my dog?" And Thanos says, "You what?"
Man,
That meme was like hilarious.
yeah, dude,
That would be a good
I love
crossover.
it. Yeah, John Wick versus Thanos. That would be crazy. This is Rao Talk.